When a song's original release doesn't do well and is overshadowed by a popular cover version, it's easy for people to fail to notice that it is actually a cover. Today, let's look at 20 songs that you might not have realized are actually cover versions. All Along the Watchtower.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Say the joker to the thief.
Jimi Hendrix's jam, All Along the Watchtower, that peaked at number 20 on the US Billboard Hot 100, was actually a cover of Bob Dylan's 1967 song with the same name. As a matter of fact, the song did not gain as much success until Jimi had done the cover. Even Dylan himself praised the cover, adopting it later on during a live performance. Here, have a listen to Dylan's original work. Hey Joe.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun?
Jimi must have had a knack for covers just a year after the original release, because here he is again with this track, Hey Joe. The song gained immense success, becoming a rock standard in its time. The lyrics tell a ghastly story of a man who, after shooting his wife, goes on the run to Mexico. The song was originally recorded by a band known as The Leaves a year before Jimi Hendrix's cover. Have a listen. Away from Jimi now and unto a track you definitely must have heard. Dancing in the Moonlight.
We get it almost every night when that moon is.
This is one song 3 different generations can vibe to. You vibed to it, your father probably vibed to it, and so did your grandpa. Dancing in the Moonlight gained triple platinum in the UK. However, before the version we know so much, there was another one. In 1972, King Harvest recorded the song. As you might expect, the song blew up, reaching number 5 in Canada and 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. Here's what it sounded like.
We get it almost every night, and when that moon gets a big
Piece of My Heart. Here's a piece of Janis Joplin that might just tug at your heart a bit. This song, Piece of My Heart, is a romantic song with a touch of rock that gained traction both as an original and as a cover. The original gained the artist Emma Franklin a Grammy nomination and the cover artist a number 10 spot on the Billboard Hot Rhythm and Blues Singles chart. Here's the original.
Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Break it.
Tainted Love.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away, I've got to.
This one is a bit different. The original version by Gloria Jones was recorded in 1964 but released in 1965. The song was a flop, but a decade later it gained popularity after British club DJ Richard Searling purchased it on a trip and took to playing it in clubs. Because of this success, Gloria Jones recorded it again in 1976, but once again it was a commercial flop. In 2014, NME ranked it 305 in their list of 500 greatest songs. Here's a bit of the original.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away, I've got to.
Black Magic Woman.
Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman.
Originally written and recorded by Fleetwood Mac in 1968, Black Magic Woman gained global fame when Santana reimagined it in 1970. Santana's version infused Latin rock elements with his signature guitar work, blending blues roots with conga rhythms for a hypnotic sound. The cover's unique style and instrumental depth elevated it beyond its blues origins, turning it into a defining track in Santana's career and rock history. Here's Fleetwood Mac's version.
I've got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman.
Come on, feel the noise.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys.
Originally recorded by Slade in 1973, Come On Feel the Noise was transformed into a massive hit when Quiet Riot covered it in 1983. Quiet Riot's version introduced the glam metal era to mainstream audiences, making it even more popular than the original. Here's the original. Live and Let Die. When Guns N' Roses covered Paul McCartney and Wings' 1973 hit, they injected it with an explosive rock energy. Slash's scorching guitar solos and Axl Rose's dynamic vocals transformed the smooth orchestral original into a hard-hitting anthem. Their version became a concert staple, introducing a new generation to the song and cementing its place in rock history. Listen to the original.
Live and let die.
You Really Got Me.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
Although released by Van Halen in 1978, this song was actually a cover of an older song by The Kinks, released in 1964. Here's a snippet of the original.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
Blinded by the Light. The first person to pen the rock classic Blinded by the Light was Bruce Springsteen, who did it in 1973. It took only 3 years later for Manfred Mann's Earth Band to pick interest in it and do a cover, achieving more success with it than Springsteen himself. Here's what Springsteen's original sounded like.
Blinded by the light. Oh, cut loose like a noose, another runner.
We are halfway down this incredible countdown. If you love to see more videos like this, do well to like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell. Now, back to the video. The Man Who Sold the World.
Not me. We never lost control.
Nirvana dropped this song in 1993. David Bowie had already done so in 1970. This song is probably one of the most covered songs on the list. Before Nirvana's cover, it was triple platinum in Australia and gold in Brazil, Italy, Spain, and the UK. Here's David Bowie's version.
Not me. We never lost control. Your face.
With a little help from my friends.
Oh, baby, how all I need is my brother.
It might be a surprise to learn that this song was actually a cover of a song with the same name, by arguably the best rock band in history, The Beatles. The song topped the UK singles chart and was certified gold in the US. How a cover of the Beatles song only a year after its original release gained more popularity still eludes a lot of people. Anyway, here's the Beatles' original.
I'm gonna try with a little help from my friend.
Proud Mary.
Working for my man every night and day.
The song Proud Mary is often associated with Mike and Tina Turner, who popularized the hit, but 3 years before their cover, Creedence Clearwater Revival had sung the same thing. Here's Creedence Clearwater Revival's version.
Working for the man every night and day. And I never lost.
Me and Bobby McGee. Janis Joplin's Me and Bobby McGee topped the US charts to #1 upon its release. However, the song was a cover of Roger Miller's. Here's what Roger Miller sounded like. Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Bob Dylan makes it to the list again with his motion picture soundtrack. He was the original creator of Knockin' on Heaven's Door, which reached #1 in many countries. Have a listen.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Hurt.
I hurt myself today to see.
This song significantly contributed to the history of rock music. Both Cash's cover and the original song by Nine Inch Nails were commercial successes, gaining recognition around the world. Twist and Shout.
Twist and shout.
The Beatles are back again on our list. Not as the victims of cover, but as the ones doing the cover. Their song Twist and Shout, released in 1963, was a massive hit, reaching #1 in Argentina and the US. However, their song was a cover of The Top Notes that reached similar heights in 1962, making it to #17 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Here's the original by The Top Notes. Bad Company.
That's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny.
Five Finger Death Punch outperformed the original singers of the song Bad Company, which was a rock band called, drumroll, Bad Company. The song peaked at #6 in the US. Here's Bad Company's version.
That's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny.
I Love Rock and Roll. If you grew up on Nickelodeon, you probably heard this song from School of Rock. However, before Mr. Finn's noisy students did a cover, Joan Jett had already done one. His cover climbed to #1 in many countries, including the US, Australia, and the Netherlands. The original song, you might wonder, was by a band named The Arrows. Here's what their 1975 hit sounded like. Sweet dreams are made of this. Numero uno for a reason. Everybody knows this song. Whether you're scrolling through YouTube or TikTok, or simply sitting next to someone who is, this song is bound to resonate with you. But unlike the others, you probably don't know the cover as much as the original. So for the sake of your enjoyment, here's the original.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I?
This brings us to the end of our countdown. Do you have a favorite? Do you think we missed any? Leave us a comment. If you love content like this and you like to delve deep into rock music, then subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell.